Each spring, Easter baskets throughout the world are stuffed with treats, and certain to be among them are chocolate bunnies. How they got here, however, is a fascinating story full of twists and turns. Here's the untold truth of chocolate Easter bunnies.
Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate! Ah!
Chocolate bunnies are now associated with the Christian Easter holiday, but rabbits have been symbolic of springtime since well before the time of Christ. As Rutgers University religion professor Dr. Diane Shane Fruchtman told Reader's Digest, rabbits are long-standing fertility symbols associated with the arrival of spring because they are so prolific and give birth as soon as the weather warms. And while Easter commemorates Christ's resurrection, some of the trappings of the holiday stem from pagan traditions. Even the term Easter is believed to be derived from Astara, also known as Estra, a pagan goddess once worshipped by Germanic people. Her sacred animal was, you guessed it, the rabbit. Pagans worshipped Astara with an annual celebration of the spring equinox. The holiday and its name remained, but got a whole new meaning among Christians. Some of the original symbols of the ancient pagan festival, such as rabbits and eggs, are still associated with Easter. Chocolate Easter bunnies gained popularity throughout the U.S. in 1890 thanks to Pennsylvania drugstore owner Robert L. Strohecker. As Slate points out, a 2003 chocolate-themed exhibit at the American Museum of Natural History identified Strohecker as the father of the chocolate Easter bunny. Strohecker displayed a 5-foot-tall chocolate bunny in the window of his drugstore in Reading, Pennsylvania. According to Harbor Sweets, a chocolate manufacturer founded by Strohecker's grandson, the giant bunny was made in the factory of candy manufacturer William H. Loudon, who would go on to make his fortune by inventing the menthol cough drop. The Strohecker family's history with chocolate Easter bunnies eventually led Harbor Sweets to create its own signature bunnies, the Robert L. Strohecker Assorted Rabbit Collection. According to the New York Times, the Bortz Chocolate Company, also in Reading, Pennsylvania, was one of the first candy makers to undertake large-scale production of chocolate bunnies. Entrepreneur says the advent of automation in factories enabled the company to take some risks and get a little creative with their bunnies. In 1934, Bortz introduced the first personality rabbits, including one that played an accordion and another that drove a car. But even with these more colorful variations, the tried-and-true chocolate bunny of yesteryear isn't going anywhere. Wayne Stottmeister, the then vice president of sales and marketing for Bortz, told The Times in 1989, "There are bunnies today that ski, go to the beach, and play video games, but the traditional rabbit is here to stay." Modern-day bunnies have pushed the envelope even further, with some being downright eccentric. Several different confectioners make bloody zombie bunnies, for example. Scrumptious, no? Meanwhile, fans of actor Benedict Cumberbatch can start off Easter morning with the Chocolate Cumber Bunny, which comes in a limited edition with an edible 22-karat gold bow tie. St. Louis chocolatier Candy Andy Karandziff has gained fame for creating misfit chocolate bunnies out of broken bunny pieces, combining misshapen chunks into what today described as freakishly delicious works of art. Karandziff told NBC News,
"Nothing says Happy Easter like a creepy doll head in your Easter basket, you know."
The thing about rabbits is they multiply, and the business of selling chocolate bunnies has grown dramatically over the years. Based on statistics provided by the National Confectioners Association, The Street reported in 2017 that a whopping 90 million chocolate bunnies were expected to be sold in the United States that year. The Easter holiday that year was responsible for generating an estimated $18.4 billion in spending within the U.S. alone, and the report estimated that 120 million pounds of Easter candy is purchased in the U.S. each year, with chocolate bunnies representing a substantial portion of all that sweet spending. Chocolate is far and away the most popular Easter candy, with 90% of parents typically putting some sort of chocolate treat in their kids' Easter baskets. In an article exploring the lores and legends of the chocolate Easter bunny, a New York Times reporter joked that biting into a hollow bunny is a child's first taste of deception. And it's easy to assume that chocolate manufacturers make their bunnies with hollow centers as a cost-cutting measure. But there's actually another reason behind most bunnies' hollow core: safety. Mark Schlott, Vice President of Operations at R.M. Palmer in the chocolate bunny capital of Reading, Pennsylvania, told Smithsonian Magazine in 2010, "If you had a larger size bunny and it was solid chocolate, it would be like a brick. You'd be breaking teeth." R.M. Palmer has been identified as one of the first and largest manufacturers of hollow chocolate bunnies, so Schlott would be an expert on the subject, though he did concede that hollow bunnies are a less expensive alternative to the solid versions. Discussing the financial advantages of hollow bunnies versus solid ones, Schlott explained that a hollow bunny, quote, has a greater perceived value. It creates a much greater chocolate footprint than solid. Eating a chocolate Easter bunny is something of a ritual for those that do it. According to Science Daily, a study with more than 28,000 respondents revealed that a full 59% of people who enjoy chocolate Easter bunnies start with the ears, while 33% of respondents claimed to have no preference. A mere 4% said they preferred to eat a chocolate bunny by starting with the feet or tail.
Who here eats the tail first? Oh my gosh, well, good, you're all correct.
A tongue-in-cheek study published in medical journal The Laryngoscope examined the seasonality of auricular amputations in chocolate bunnies, concluding that there appeared to be annual peak incidence of these chocolate bunny amputations near Easter. The report also noted that human adults and children appear to be wholly responsible for all those bunny ear amputations. Dr. Kathleen Yaremchuk, lead author of the Laryngoscope study, said it was interesting to discover that few other confectionery symbols, such as Santa, succumb to isolated defects like the chocolate bunnies do. According to Cooking Light, what consumers assume to be chocolate in their Easter bunnies might actually be, quote, a mix of sugar, oils, and emulsifiers masquerading as such. Pastry chef Shelley Toombs says Easter bunnies are typically made from two types of chocolate, one of which isn't technically chocolate. The way to determine whether a chocolate bunny is legit is to check the label. What consumers need to look for is chocolate couverture, a higher quality chocolate derived from cacao beans. According to Toombs, the higher the percentage of couverture, the less sweet it's going to be, and the more intense flavor you're going to get. The stuff to avoid is lower quality bunnies made from what's known as compound chocolate, which unfortunately is what a lot of mass-produced candy is made from. Toombs explained, compound chocolate is basically a combination of vegetable fats and sweeteners. Some brands will use these along with emulsifiers because they're low-cost ingredients compared to using cocoa butter. When it comes to sheer size, one chocolate Easter bunny stands head and shoulders above the rest. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, in 2014, a Brazilian company called Sinac RS celebrated the city of Gramado's annual Chalk Fest by constructing a mammoth 8,488-pound chocolate bunny that was officially declared the world's largest. It reportedly took a 9-person team 5 days to construct the bunny, using 6,000 large bars of chocolate that were, quote, set like bricks. Melted chocolate was used as a type of mortar, essentially mimicking the same process that would be used to build a brick wall. A professional engineer was brought in to make sure the towering bunny was stable, with a sculptor then using an axe and chisel to create the gargantuan bunny's final design. The bunny stayed on display for a week. After Choco Fest concluded, the rabbit was deconstructed and the chocolate was donated to Mesa Brazil, a nationwide organization that distributes food to the needy. Now defunct luxury retailer Very First 2 produced a chocolate Easter bunny with a jaw-dropping $49,000 price tag. It weighed 11 pounds and was made from chocolate that originated in Tanzania. Its glittering and very inedible eyes were made from massive diamonds said to be worth $37,400, while a trio of chocolate eggs at the bunny's feet were decorated with gold leaf. To create the costly confection, renowned pastry chef Martin Schiffers hand-carved the chocolate over a 2-day period. The former Harrods chef d'Écor told Cacao Barry, "The project was challenging in every aspect, but for me it was mostly about getting the right shape and doing the carving well to achieve perfection." Did you ever challenge a sibling to see who could eat their chocolate bunny fastest on Easter morning? Wolfgang Confectioners of York, Pennsylvania took that mentality pro with its Chocolate Bunny Challenge, in which competitive eaters attempted to consume a 1.25-pound chocolate bunny as quickly as possible. Flipside PA reported that in 2015, Steve Hillegas set a record by inhaling the entire chocolate bunny in 7 minutes and 57 seconds. The following year, former champion Don Yeager regained his title when he chowed down his entire bunny in 9 minutes and 30 seconds. For anyone contemplating entering the competitive chocolate bunny eating game, the pros insist the best way to get it done is crush the bunny and then eat it in pieces rather than trying to devour one big bunny. And Hillegas and Jaeger had better watch their backs. In 2017, competitive eater Nella Zisser posted a video on YouTube in which she scarfed down an entire massive chocolate bunny in a mere 7 minutes. Swedish home decor retailer IKEA unveiled its own version of a chocolate Easter bunny in 2019, and like its iconic bookcases and end tables, its chocolate bunny is packed flat. It must be unpacked and then assembled by hand. IKEA's description of its Vorchansla chocolate bunny reads, "Go ahead, play with your food. That's what this certified sustainable chocolate bunny is for. It's easily assembled, only 3 parts, and when finished playing, we bet you'll enjoy eating it too." Vorchansla translates to spring feeling, which is certainly the vibe one would experience when constructing a flat-pack chocolate bunny. With only 3 pieces to assemble, the chocolate bunny, made from UTZ-certified cacao with a minimum of 30% cocoa, is reportedly a breeze to put together. And unlike most of IKEA's furniture, there's no Allen key required. In 2019, iconic British retailer Marks & Spencer introduced its own clever take on a chocolate Easter bunny, gearing its bunny toward yoga aficionados. The yoga bunny is depicted in the yoga pose known as the downward dog, in which the hands and feet are on the ground while its posterior is pushed as high in the air as possible. As Ireland's Extra reported, controversy ensued when the company posted a photo of its yoga bunny on Twitter, writing, "Hop to it and try this cheeky Easter treat for yourself in store now." One Twitter user joked, "The M&S yoga bunny is very doors on the latch, find me upstairs." Another named Christian joked that Jessica Rabbit's gone a bit suggestive for Easter. Marks & Spencer responded, tweeting, "Suggestive? It's merely a bunny in the downwards-facing dog yoga position, Christian." The Society for the Protection of Cruelty to Animals, or SPCA, launched a campaign encouraging people to chow down on chocolate bunnies for Easter instead of buying actual bunnies as pets. As CBC News reported in 2018, the Montreal SPCA receives hundreds of abandoned rabbits each year.
Parents who decide to actually bring home a live bunny, for the most part, this is where they end up.
With a rabbit's lifespan averaging 12 years, owning one is a major commitment that extends far beyond Easter weekend. Lori Chordick of the British Columbia SPCA said, "The animals turned into SPCA shelters are the fortunate ones. Many others are simply abandoned in the wild to fend for themselves, and these domesticated rabbits often fall prey to predators such as coyotes, are susceptible to disease, or end up starving to death." A whole other problem can arise when rabbit overpopulation takes place, upsetting the delicate balance of nature. So the best bunnies to enjoy at Easter are definitely the chocolate ones. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more mashed videos about sweet treats are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.